Hey, yo, what's poppin'? So, as you might know, we're experiencing quite a pandemic at the moment, and one thing that people are currently fearing more than they feared Freddy Fazbear in 2014 are people coughing. The natural solution to this problem would be to stay at home and not risk anyone having their skin moisturized by your saliva. However, another common solution would be to drink a few milliliters of cough suppressant. Wait, hold on. What could that be written there on the box? Enhance. Oh, look, it's a drug I'm going to talk about. Dextromethorphan, or DXM for short if you're a cool kid, is a substance classed as a dissociative, a type of substance that warps your sensory perceptions and kind of disconnects you from reality in a sense. Other drugs in this category that you might have heard of are ketamine and PCP. DXM in its pure form is not very common to find on the streets or on darknet markets or anywhere really. So the usual way DXM users get their buzz is by getting their hands on any cough medicine that contains it, which can actually be pretty easy depending on where you live. Products containing DXM are sold over the counter and can be bought without a prescription in a lot of countries, including Australia, Canada, and the US. After acquiring a few gel tabs, or a bottle of syrup, you simply plug your nose and down a dose of it big enough to make your doctor go, "Yeah, you shouldn't do that." Speaking of cough medicine that contains DXM, here are a few common brands. And hey, Robocough, can I just ask, what is this marketing? Look at this. All I can say is, you guys definitely know your target audience. I mean, your company name is literally DXM Pharmaceutical. Also, I don't think most people would buy 96 bottles of cough syrup if they were just looking to treat a cold, but maybe that's just me. Keep it up, guys. Love you. Since some of you may have already drawn this conclusion, no, DXM is not what you make lean out of. That's made from another substance found in some other medications called codeine, and it works completely different to DXM. Sorry, Pump, this one's not for you. So, what does this stuff even do? What makes it worth chugging 20 times the recommended dose of some of the nastiest liquid in existence? Seriously, I'd drink piss over this. Well, DXM is fairly unique in that the effects it produces vary a lot depending on how much you're taking. DXM users have what they call plateaus, which are basically different levels of how smashed you are. There are 4 different plateaus that can be reached. The first plateau produces a feeling rather similar to being drunk. Music sounds better, your perception of time can change a little, your anxiety is usually somewhat reduced, and you generally feel a little off. This plateau is generally considered too low to get a lot of enjoyment out of for most people, and is usually overshadowed by the others. The second plateau is similar, but a lot stronger, and usually makes you feel even more disconnected. A common thought to have in this range is, wait, where am I? Music sounds amazing on this plateau, and is maybe the nicest thing about DXM. Thoughts may feel distorted, and spontaneous bodily sensations usually start occurring around this range. These sensations can range anywhere from light tinglings in parts of your body to feeling like you're falling, rotating, accelerating, or even feeling like you just got out of that wobble last stock. Okay, maybe not the last one. The second plateau is also where the infamous robo-walk usually starts to kick in. For those of you that don't know what robo-walking is, it's a slang term used to describe the very strange way people walk under the influence of DXM. DXM for some reason makes you walk in this really strange, robotic way. A guy on Reddit describes it like this. Imagine playing a video game for the first time. You don't really know the controls, how high you can jump, how far you can dodge, etc. Now apply that to moving your own body. You aren't sure of exactly how you're oriented, and your limbs feel longer or shorter than they really are. It's not like the drunk walk. It's a lot more deliberate, staccato, and, well, robotic.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool and all, but I want to see some visuals. I want to see things, you know? Aren't drugs supposed to make my parked outside look like...
Well, kind of? That's where the third plateau comes in. Oh my god, look how cool he is. Unlike the 2 plateaus before him, third plat here is much more intense, and capable of producing strong hallucinatory states, somewhat similar to dreams. When most people think of hallucinations caused by drugs, they often think of stuff like this or this. Drugs such as LSD and psilocybin mushrooms are well known for inducing open-eyed visual hallucinations with colorful patterns and distortions. While DXM can do a tiny bit of this, one of its most notable effects being double vision, the hallucinations caused by it are mostly happening when you close your eyes. Someone tripping off a third plateau dose of DXM will often lie down in a comfortable position in a dark room with their eyes closed. During this time, they will start to see shapes and other visual oddities projected on the back of their eyelids, and after the DXM has taken full effect, they will often see full-blown landscapes, entities, scenarios, and plots taking place before their eyes. On high doses of DXM, it's very common to experience nausea or vomiting during the come-up, the period of time before a drug has taken full effect, which can be quite a while for DXM, as the come-up generally lasts for 1 to 2 hours. In my experience, having a bucket nearby is recommended unless you really wish to redecorate parts of your room.
Yeah. Shut up about the third plateau. It's cool and all, I mean, but I want to try the fourth one. With the third one doing all of that stuff, the fourth one must give you like superpowers or something like that.
Wait, stop! So the fourth plateau is basically just a stronger version of the third. It often feels like being completely dissociated from reality and can also create external hallucinations, meaning you can sometimes see weird stuff while your eyes are open as well. It is strongly advised to not go this high with your dosage though, and really not worth it to be honest. Trips in this range tend to be hard to remember, make it difficult to move, and are often outright dangerous. Overdosing on DXM is definitely possible and can lead to psychosis, serotonin syndrome, and, well, death. Depending on your weight, even fourth plateau doses on the weaker side can be within overdose range, so yeah, maybe not the best idea. DXM is one of the strangest drugs out there. I've personally used it a few times and have had some deep introspective journeys that I've later been able to draw wisdom out of. I've also just gotten trashed, puked my guts out, and hallucinated a bunch more though. It's a bit hit or miss, but if you're that type of person and you can tolerate the disgusting taste and nausea, it's pretty solid. Although, if you're set on trying it, please don't let this video be the only source of information you use beforehand. There are a ton of things I've glossed over, and you should always research your substances extensively before you decide to ingest them. I've left a few links in the description that might help. The best way to prevent drug abuse is knowledge, not demonization. Alright, that's all folks. If you want more of these overviews, leave a like or subscribe to get notified whenever I post a new video. I was thinking the next one might be on diphenhydramine, a drug that literally makes you see spiders everywhere. But if you have a suggestion or any feedback on the video, please leave a comment to let me know. Alright, cheers guys, stay safe.